Hi, this is Eric Anderson, live stream producer here at Palace Poker. We are excited to have RunGood here from March 19th to March 29th. We have $800,000 in guarantees. Today we are live streaming the feature table after the first break of Flight 1A, PokerNews PowerStack. $360 buy and 100,000 guarantee and 30-minute levels, 30K starting stack. Come down and get some. You can watch us here. We're going to be streaming every final table for these ring events. We've got 16 of them in the next 10 days. We'll see you down here. Palace Poker, Grand Prairie, Texas. Thanks a lot.
Hi, this is Eric Anderson with the Palace Poker RunGood Series, Passport Season, March 19th to 29th. We are on Flight 1D of the $360 PokerNews PowerStack. This is level 5. We've got a great table coming in. You can see Jim Coyle is back. We got Pokerface Ash in the 9 seat. We got Richard Greenberg in the 5 seat. We're going to go around the horn when these guys all come in. Cards are going to be in the air in just a couple of minutes. And then I'm going to have Murph in here sitting next to me. He's upstairs making sure everything's working right now. So is anybody in the commentary? You can hear me telling the players the rules if they have not played on the stream before. We are very strict about the integrity and the security of the game. We confiscate everybody's phones, everybody's AirPods, everybody's smartwatches. We have lockers outside for you because we don't want any appearance of impropriety. So everybody's locking up their stuff. I'm telling them what the procedure is. We got 20 seconds to go. Crystal Faber in the 6th seat. She's one of our fabulous dealers here. There's Lorena. Social media extraordinaire here at Palace Poker. Cards are in the air. I'm excited. Give me a shout if you are in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. All that fun stuff. We've already passed the $100,000 guarantee early in Flight C. And we added another $30,000 in this prize pool. And we have Flight 1E, a turbo, starting at 10 o'clock p.m. in about 2.5 hours. If you're interested in playing a faster poker, come on down. After this hand, Lorenzo, let's pull up the chip stacks so we can see what we're working with. 30K starting stack. Suzanne in the 8 seat is brand new. She just sat down at this feature table. Suzanne and Teresa both flopped an ace. All right, Suzanne aggressively bets her ace-5 and makes Teresa fold her better ace with a better kicker. I don't hate that. The 9 kicker is not something you're proud of. Let's check out these stack sizes. All right, Ronnie R. up at the top with 72,000 chips. Jack P. right behind him with 63,000. Crystal, 90 big blinds, 54,000. Jim Coyle down at the bottom with 7 big blinds. Action Ashley? Nope, that's not Action Ashley. That's Pokerface Ashley. King 9 suited under the gun. It's going to raise it to 1,300. Jack P with pocket jacks. I like Jack P has pocket jacks. He's going to call. Wow. I wonder if he had a live read that Jim was going to jam 4,000 chips, and he just limped in to let Jim do that. Jim's in bad shape. There's a lot of aces being folded right now. So Ashley might come along. It's 3,000 to call, 2,900. However, that opens the action to Jack. If he wants to get... okay, now he has the option to call or to jam and get Ashley off of her hand and go heads up with Jim. If it's me, I'm raising because I want to go heads up. He did. Good work, Jack. Makes it 12,000 to go. He's going to get the change back, and now there's 14,000 in the pot. Jim is at risk with ace-5 against Jack. 70-30 if we're talking numbers. All right. Adrian in the box, making sure everything is right today. We got him for 2 hours. Trey Queen Trey, no help to Jim. He still needs an ace. 6 doesn't help him. He's got 2 outs left. About 5% chance of hitting this. He does not get it. Jim Coyle eliminated in hand 2 at the feature table. Registration is still open. I love streaming feature tables early when registration is still open, so you can see the difference between how people play when they have that option to re-enter and how they play when registration's closed, and now they're kind of stuck and they can't make any mistakes anymore. So our normal dealer uniforms are full sleeve. I did not realize how many tattoos Adrian has. He's wearing the RunGood Passport t-shirt that you can buy for $15. Limited supply, so if you want one, get down here. Jack P, early position, +1. He's got a Jack 10 suited. He's going to raise it up to 1,200. Just a min click. I don't like a min click. You want to raise it enough to get people to fold. Richard's going to come along with pocket 6s. Ashley in the big blind. It's a really easy call. And never mind. I was going to say there's 3,900 in the pot. It's only 600 more to call. So she's getting really good odds. More than 6-1, but she lets it go. 4 tray 4. Jack P is going to lead out for 2,500. It's a good flop for Richard. I'd like to see Richard raise right there. But he's going to practice pot control. And we got Jimmy Coyle back. All right. So a 10 gives Jack top pair. Jack gets her right on the turn. Richard needs that last 6 in the deck. Jack does a continuation bet. Richard's not going to believe him. He's going to call 4,200. Richard sat down at this table with 42,000 chips. Ace on the river. Is Jack nervous about that ace, or is he going to keep betting and telling the story that he has the best hand? 3,000 into a 17,000 pot. I think Richard looks him up if he doesn't believe he has anything. He's getting a good price. He's got to be right once out of 7 times in order to make that call profitable. Can Jack be bluffing 7 times? Because you only have to be right once when you're getting those kind of odds. So great little value bet from Jack, and Richard does pay it off. Pookie's back with a 30K stack. Hand 3, we will be here for the next 2 hours through the break after level 8. Hey, step on that. Yeah, close it. Guess who I've got? You guys are in for a treat. Go ahead and use this one just in case anybody else sneaks in here. We can put them on the end. Lorenzo, let's put the commentary on. You're going to want to slide back to get in this camera. You put on a sundress and everything for it.
Laundry day.
Crystal Faber in the booth with me again. Not Faber. I'm so sorry. Crystal Faber is in seat 6. This is, she's one of my dealers. This is Krista Lowry, Dan's wife, and we watched Dan a lot the last couple of days. So
I'm just glad you guys don't have him on the table tonight, so I can do some commentary.
You can do some
guys.
commentary. Let's go to small commentary so that we can see the action while they can see us talk about it. So we're missing that hand, but it looks like Ashley has an ace-8 and Ronnie has a queen-6 on a queen-queen 4 board. It's going to go check.
We have a lot of women on this table tonight.
We do, coincidentally.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it. So Crystal Faber in the 6th seat is my dealer. We got Suzanne and Poker Face Ash there in the 9th seat and 8th seat. Yeah, it's like a women's event almost. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's 4 ladies.
4 out of 9. Those are good odds when you're playing poker to have 4 females.
Yeah, that's.
Speaking of the ladies event, you gonna play the ladies event? Are you gonna be here for that?
When is it?
It's later in the week.
No, probably not.
Still be gone. You got.
Yeah, I don't think we're coming back. We are gonna head home and go camping.
Where do you go camping?
Kayaking. Little place about 20 minutes from our house called Blue Mountain Lake.
Oh, okay.
In actually Blue Mountain, Arkansas. It's beautiful. One of the most beautiful lakes you will ever go to. Great fishing, great for kayaking.
What do you fish for? Like walleyes, perch, bass?
No, bass,
muskies,
striper, crappie, catfish.
You go noodling?
No, I am not sticking my hand in a dark hole hoping something bites it. That's pure chaos.
It's super fun. Michael Miller in the chat. Nice to see you again, Michael. Glad to have you back. It's been a minute. All right. You can see above us, right there, you can see the calendar going through. Yesterday was the PowerStack Flight A and B.
So how many do we have in the PowerStack so far?
So far we had 99. We had 120 something. I don't know what we had in one seat. Right now in the top right corner you can see we have 112 entries in this flight alone, and registration's open for 2 more hours. So we are down to 75 players in this flight. Ronnie with a flush draw, Jack with top pair on the flop and a open-ended draw, and Teresa with just king high is going to let it go. I think Ronnie's going to call any bet. 8K is oh, he does let it go. I'm stickier than that, really. I'm probably leading out on that.
I probably
board.
am also.
That's okay. So Ronnie's got 70,000 chips. Jack had pocket jacks and busted Jim Coyle in the second hand. He had ace-5 and shoves all in for 4K. Busted out, went and re-entered. We are full spread, so this is the only seat left in the house, and he got it back.
So he gets the same seat he busted from.
Yep. Which is great, because I didn't want to see him leave after 2 hands. Richard G. in the 5 seat is a regular player here at Palace Poker.
Okay. And you said Crystal is one of
Crystal's
your
a dealer
dealers?
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So employees are allowed to play the events here?
Absolutely.
Allowed to play cash?
Yep. Ashley in the cutoff makes it 1,300 to go with 10-8. She's been pretty active.
I like that hand. I like that hand a lot.
What's up, Murph? Are you going to talk with us?
Maybe in a bit.
You-
I got a
you-
little bit more work to do.
All right. We'll see you when you get back. Murph has to work. Oh, this is a much better flop for Jimmy.
Yes.
Jim Coyle flops 2-pair on the ace-5 tray board. Ooh, a 4 puts a 4-liner out there. A deuce gives anybody a straight. It's also putting a flush draw out there. We can see nobody has a deuce or a flush. So the 3% chance they have of winning is if they chop it with a deuce on the river. And nobody's going to call hoping to chop it. And Jim's going to pick up a 3K pot. Adds 10% to his stack.
We're
Jim
in
Coyle.
level 3.
We're in level 5.
Level 5.
We go 1, 2, 3, 4, take a break. 5, 6, 7, 8, take a break. So we're
Oh,
gonna,
that's how you count.
yeah, boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's why I'm good at PLO. I can count to 4. And Dan's playing.
He is upstairs playing PLO Cash.
Oh, okay, okay. Did
The
he-
Hawks play tonight.
The Hogs play tonight. Is that basketball?
Yeah.
Is that
March Madness.
Razorbacks?
It's Arkansas Razorbacks. Yeah.
See, I'm putting pieces
They
together.
are SEC champs. They're a pretty amazing team this year.
That's awesome.
And
Is-
we've went to a game, and then he's followed them all year. So they played tonight, and he wanted to make sure that he got to watch it.
He
yeah.
could focus on the game and
Yeah.
not be worried about tournaments and
Winning poker tournaments.
live
I
stream
mean.
and stuff like that. All right. Oh, so we've got the straight flush represented between James and Jack. Queen 10 of diamonds and King Jack of diamonds. Ace of diamonds, there it is. They put their hands together, they got a straight flush, royal flush. 8, ace, deuce. They both miss. I think the first one to show some aggression is going to win this hand.
Yeah,
Oh,
first one that
oh
wins.
no. All right, Jack's going to win this hand now, and it's going to be an expensive one. I want to put some chips in now on the draw with King.
I'm betting that turn.
I am 100% betting that turn. I thought that was a diamond for a second.
Well, now James can rep a 4 or any
Yes, anything,
wow.
anything. All right, for those of you in the chat, this is Run Good event number 3, PokerNews PowerStack, Flight 1D, level 5, 300, 600, 600 Big Blind Annie. 75 players left out of 112 who have registered so far today. $360 buy-in, 100,000 guarantee. We surpassed that early this morning in Flight 1C. 30K starting stack, 30-minute levels. At 10 o'clock, we will have another flight. You gonna jump into the turbo or not really?
No, I'm not a big fan of turbos. I play a little bit slower
Yeah,
than most, and
I like turbos.
people who like to build stacks, who can build stacks, and who play a lot of hands,
They want to see the turbos.
it works
They want
to
the
their
blinds to
advantage
go up.
some, yes.
Yeah, that's.
Well, so this is 30-minute levels.
This
so
is
the
30-minute
turbos are
levels.
20-minute levels?
I believe 15. tonight.
15?
Yeah. When we have our turbo for the main event, it's going to be 20-minute levels. Tonight, it's going to be 15-minute levels.
Yeah.
Lorenzo just made this full screen so you people on your phones can watch it better. Unfortunately, that means you can't watch Crystal and I in the chat. That's a good trade-off, though. Can we get the poker full screen? Oh, Pixie. Is that why Lorenzo did that? He read the chat before I did. Pixie, you didn't want to see us? What? I'm offended. Jack's got a flush draw and a gut shot straight draw. Suzanne has middle pair. Ashley has top pair. Crystal has top pair with a better kicker. Suzanne wisely folds her middle pair.
I assume Ash was the original Razor pre? I was yapping my yapper and
I'm not
Wasn't
positive.
paying attention.
Lorenzo, can you click on the graph down at the bottom so we can see the action? Thank you, sir. So Crystal raised it to 1.3, and Suzanne called, Ashley called, and Jack called, and Richard called. So Crystal with her king queen suited under the gun was the original raiser. Jack raises it 60,000. That's a chunky bet. I gotta wonder if that's a misclick.
Thinking he.
So I want to see the chips because I was looking down here at the words. Did he put in 60,000 chips?
60,000 in chips.
He physically did.
I'm pretty sure.
So the other thing is, Adrian could have said 16.
Oh, okay.
And he typed it wrong. Is that 60 or 16? Those are.
The purples and the blues on this screen look very similar in color.
Jack does have 110. Did he just put
I
half
like
his
I
stack
like the
in?
raise.
I
don't
the
like
raise.
to 60,000.
The size was now. I'm gonna. It was all those purples, right? Or what was? I don't know.
I think it was all those purples. Are purples 5?
Yeah, so he basically went all in. He's like, guys, if you want to play for stacks, let's play for stacks. He's got the other two covered, so 60,000 was just enough to say, let's I'm all in. You know, which I don't hate because he's going to pick up the pot, and if he does run into a set or something really powerful, he's got all sorts of outs for the straight and the flush. So I don't hate the power poker move. I just didn't expect it right away.
No.
We're on hand 9. We're once around the table and he's doing this. Let's go. He is wielding that big stack. Suzanne makes it 1,500 with a suited ace 8. That brings along Ronnie.
There's no shortage of action on this table.
No, this is a good table to pick.
Jack flopped a flush draw again. I don't think he'll raise to 60,000 this hand.
It's So he adds the pair of queens to go along with his flush draw. However, Ronnie has a better queen. Oh, he just gets there with the flush. Now all is right in the world again. Ronnie with the nut flush blocker bets 4,000. Jack's going to come out with a chunky raise, 60 maybe.
I would like more of like 16.
Yeah, I want the value. He makes it 20, which I don't hate. Oh, he did make it 16. That must be a 1K under all those 5Ks. I thought they were all 5Ks. This is going to be a fun table to watch. So, these females have been playing more aggressive than the stereotype of females are.
We witnessed that yesterday with Lydia.
Oh, that was off the hook, wasn't it?
That was much different than what I'm used to, but I like it.
I love it. They're breaking stereotypes, and I think as more and more people start recognizing this, that's going to be a laughable stereotype. Like, oh, remember when we used to think girls couldn't play? And we could push them around?
Yeah, we have a saying in the Lowry house that if we're not going to play aggressive, we won't play at all. And that goes for any competitive.
Yeah. We're here to win. If you're playing to win, you're playing to win. Jim Coyle makes it 1,300 with Jack 10 in the hijack. And Teresa calls. She's getting a discount from the big blind, so it's 700 to call. 3,500 in the pot.
I like hands like that in
Yes.
late position.
Yeah. Jim hits a middle pair. Teresa checks to him, and Jim's going to follow up. 3,500 in the pot. I want to make him like 1,500. He goes 1,700. I like it. Okay, Teresa, what are we doing? Do we have a plan for this hand?
Well, we'll see.
And it
if
can't
she
just
has
be,
a
I hope I
plan
hit the
and-
last
and
queen of
follows through.
spades. So if she check calls, floats the flop, another spade. So that gives Jim trip tens with the jack high flush. The queen, the only queen left was the queen of spades, which would have given Jim a flush, but it still wouldn't have beaten 3 tens. So Teresa folded when she was drawing dead. I think she floats once to see what Jim's going to do and then goes, okay, never mind, you are serious. I was just checking.
If you're going to float, you always have to have a plan. And checking is not always in that plan. You don't get a whole lot of information by checking.
No, I wonder if she had a plan until the 10 hit and the spade hit and bringing the front door flush in, and she went, never mind, I'm just going to
Just kidding.
Yeah,
Take it back.
take it back.
And that happens sometimes.
It does. You have a plan until all of a sudden the ace hits and you're like, oh, I don't have a plan anymore. Now my plan is to check fold. Crystal makes it 1,500. 25 minutes into the stream. We will be here for 2 hours. We did it yesterday for 8 hours and discovered that was too much.
It was
I
a
don't want to
lot.
wear these dealers out this
Yeah.
early in the
They have all week.
season.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pace ourselves.
It's a wise decision.
Crystal picks up a flush draw and a straight draw, little combo draw. Susan is open-ended with the 3, 4, 5, 6. Needs a deuce or a 7 or a 3 just to be a pair. The 5 will give Crystal a straight, so that pair won't help her. She lets it go. Nice hand for Crystal. I love raising with trash and just getting there.
Flopping a beautiful.
Slide this poker commentary booth over to the left so I can see the chat. Thank you. There's nobody talking, but just in case, I want to see that chat. Somebody say hi to Crystal. I understand not talking to me, but you know, Crystal's sensitive and she needs you to say hi. Validate her 4 hours.
My kid is preoccupied tonight, so there will be no
No,
funny.
Mom?
There will be
Mom.
no funny in the
Mom.
chat. Mom.
Jack has had more than his share of good hands. He's got pocket tens now. Raised it to 2,000. Teresa with ace 10. Crystal with ace jack. He might find a little bit of resistance. Wow. Okay.
Suzanne.
Teresa with 8,000 chips. That's 13 big blinds. She needs an ace. Everything is going right for Jack so far. These first 12 hands.
That's when poker's fun.
Queen
Well,
for king on the flop.
she can
Gives
hit
her
a
some
jack.
more outs. Now she can hit a... So theoretically, she could hit a jack. They are all been folded.
Oh my.
So she has 2 outs. It says 7, but we can see she has 2,
Okay.
and she's not going to get it. Thank you for playing, Teresa.
You can still re-enter.
You can re-enter for another hour and a half.
Or you can sit down and play a little bit of cash. Maybe go to the restaurant and eat yourself a good steak. Come back and play the turbo it.
Did you have some steak yet?
I have not.
You gotta have some steak. If you like sushi, we have sushi on sale.
I do love sushi.
The Reverie roll is half price. It's $8 instead of the normal $15.
And I walked in and I smelled the food, and Daniel
So
said
good.
the food smells so good. I said, I know, we need to go sit down in the restaurant. And I seen, do they have an outdoor seating area, or is that something that they're building and working on?
So we do. That's our really big
Is that
fancy
the cigar?
smoking pavilion.
Okay.
It's cigarettes and vapes and everything, unfortunately. But it's so large that just because somebody's smoking, you can sit out there and relax. But that's a really good idea. We should put out an outdoor.
Well, that's what I
seating
thought.
area.
I have been taking a morning walk out on the frontage road down to Starbucks and then over
saw
to
it?
Raceway and then come back, and I seen it and I was like, that
That's
looks
more
like
than a walk.
really.
That's a.
I've been trying to walk 4 miles,
That's a trek.
/ jog 4 miles every morning, and I have managed to do that.
All right.
I got to sleep in a little bit this morning, so it was a little bit later and it got pretty warm.
Right. So Ashley limps in with
From
a
the small
9-6
blind?
suited from the small blind. Ronnie in the big blind makes it a big raise, 2,500. Better than 4x, which is what I was talking about earlier. I like that. When somebody limps into my pot, I make it chunky. I make it big.
Well, I don't mind it if it's blind versus blind.
Yeah. Because you've got position on them the rest of the hand. And Ronnie's going to pick up a pot. Well played, Ronnie. I like it. $4,000, $8,000, $8,000. We are 25% done with the stream already. Seems like we just sat down.
I know. And I was late for work. Man, I'm glad I'm not going to get fired.
Well, definitely going to cut your pay. Did you eat yet?
I did not.
Oh, good. I'll probably buy you a steak dinner when we're done with
Oh,
this.
well, that sounds fantastic.
If you can wait till 9:30. All right, James with ace 9 and a short stack. 13 big blinds. He goes all in. Nobody has anything to stand up to him. Poker face Ash
Jack
lets
may
it
call
go.
here.
Jack might call because he's got decent cards, but he's got a big stack, and he's like, this is almost worth it. I'll still have 125K. I could bust another player, but he thinks better of it. He's like, never mind. You can have it. Now, if I'm James right there, I show my ace because I need to use this move again soon to go all in. I want to put in their mind,
Yeah.
I got it. I'm going to fold because I've got it.
I mean,
That's what I like to do.
Yeah, and
Some
to
people
each their
never
own.
show.
I have just decided
Never show.
that, sometimes people pay attention, sometimes they don't.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're going to call, they're going to call. If I'm putting my chips in, most of the time I want the action.
I don't always want the action. I want people to fold when I don't have a good hand. When I'm trying to pick up blinds and antes like James just did, I want to show them, no, good fold. Keep doing that.
That way, when you don't have a hand,
Yes, then I can steal it. Joe Durham in the chat says, good work, Eric. Palace Poker Stream Team. Huge shout out to all your guest commentators as well. You guys are raising the bar for Texas poker, specifically Dallas poker. Thank you, The Reg. for those kind words. I appreciate you for all the camera work you and your wife did for us. And then you got busy, and I had to hire people. He did Joe and his wife run the media system at a church here in town.
Oh.
And in town is like, 6-hour
In
radius.
town, an hour away.
Yeah.
We
discovered
made a
that?
couple of treks around Dallas today. We went to the we didn't make it to the American Journey Experience because it was closed. So we decided to go to the Perot Nature and Science Center.
Like Ross Perot?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't do any research about who founded it. But
I've never heard of it, but that's the only Perot I know.
We like science centers, discovery centers, children's museums, anything to that nature. So it was, I think, close to downtown Dallas. And then Gus has been craving Auntie Anne's pretzels. So we went over to Irving Mall and
that's like 6 blocks from my house.
Oh, well, we got him a pretzel over there, and then we get all the way back here. Oh, yeah. See, Dory said it is Ross Perot.
Dory's watching Pookie.
So Ross Perot is a local.
I don't
Texan?
know the answer to that. I would imagine he's from Texas.
Everybody should
But
be
I
from
don't know.
Texas. I say people ask, if you and Daniel were to move anywhere, where would you move? And I'm like, I would move to Texas.
That's what I did. I was from Minnesota, and I've told this story before, but if you haven't heard it yet, I was actually born in Dallas.
Oh.
Quote unquote Dallas is what I grew up knowing. I was born in Dallas, and moved to Minnesota. My family did when I was like 3, right? So I don't recall, but that's what they told me. 5 decades later, I get a job at a card room here in Dallas, and I buy a house in Irving, 6 blocks from the hospital I was born in.
Oh.
5 decades later. I stopped in,
Wow.
but they didn't remember me.
I mean, the staff changes.
It's Ross Slott's Museum in the chat. Ross Perot's greatest non-president ever, just saying.
We had a conversation about Ross Perot a couple of weeks ago. Some friends of ours back home, their son was running for county judge. Right. And then we were trying to debate on when Ross Perot had ran for president. Because I thought I voted in that race, but it was apparently when I was much younger.
So this is going to be a fun one. Ronnie has a full house. Jack has the queen high flush draw.
Let's see if Jack is thinking about raising on this one.
It's 4K.
No.
So. Oh,
Lord.
That's the worst card for Jack. How aggressive. He's got the second nuts. Only the second nut flush. Only the king flush beats him. However, the board is paired. Is he worried Ronnie has a full house? He just called. Good just call, Jack. I'm losing a lot more in that hand, I think.
Well, I know it's only 17 hands in, but they have played with each other for a couple of hours already.
They've been together for 2 hours, 2.5 hours now. Half hour on stream. So he might know stuff.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
He may be one of the ones paying attention.
Yep. He's going, this guy always has it. What is he betting into me for? I'm just going to call with the queen high flush draw. Ross says Perot would have won if he had not dropped out. I mean, no comment. I lost that election. I think it was 88.
Yeah, I was 5. I don't know
So
why
you
I
probably
was
did-
ever
so
thinking
it's
I
a good-
voted.
It's a good chance you did not vote for him, but I think he might have. Ran again. But 88, I was in high school. Jesse Jackson was also running for president, and he actually came to Bemidji, my little town.
And spoke.
Yeah, yeah. And I went and saw him.
Yeah, we discovered that it was in the 2000s.
92. So 92 he ran as an independent. 96 he was a presidential election nominee for the Reform Party. Yeah. I was always a fan.
Yeah, I feel like that my family was a fan because for whatever reason, that I just remember that name,
Yeah.
and I have a very
So in 92 you were 9.
weird recollection. I was 9.5 because
9.5.
Daniel graduated from high school in 1992.
Did he? That's awesome. I graduated, well, I didn't graduate high school, but had I graduated high school, it would have been 91. 88, I was 3. Had I spent more time in high school, I would have graduated in 91, but I didn't.
I mean,
I just didn't have a lot of time for going to class. I got
as
good
do
grades when I
most.
went. I just
Yeah,
didn't go a lot.
that was Daniel's problem.
Yeah. 96.
Let's see
he
if we
should
can
have
get
won.
a real juicy flop
A
with these
6,
three
7,
hands.
ace. Well, there's the ace. That kind of shuts down the 6s and 7s. I think it's Ashley's gonna fire at it. She gave
I
those
feel like
guys a
someone will call
chance.
once.
Yeah, Jim's not going to though. After Ronnie does, had Ronnie folded, maybe Jim calls.
Yeah.
Because you can't just believe she has the ace. Puts a 4-liner out there. It goes check check. Ronnie has showdown value with a pair of 6s. The ace is going to be the best hand and pick up the nice little pot. The graphic in the top right corner has updated 123 entries. Dana Carvey played Ross Perot on Saturday Night Live. 96, I had a 1-year-old baby.
Yeah, I was still in junior high. Oh, the 90s. And to hear Gus say, oh my gosh, that was so long ago. It was like in the 90s.
Yeah, the last decade, or the last century.
Yeah.
Ronnie makes it $2,000 with pocket jacks. James P. has a king and jack off
Okay.
suit.
Good
He thought
fold,
about
James.
it for a
Yeah,
minute
he
and went,
did.
never mind. I think Negreanu calls that the rookie hand because it looks so good that the new players go, wow, look at how nice this is. I'm going to call.
I've
But
heard people from back home, they would say, I've got pocket faces.
Pocket faces.
Pocket faces.
Robert Harp says ladies are taking over poker in Texas. They are. They definitely are. We had a ladies event. When we had the Lips Ladies in Poker event,
You had one here?
we had one here.
Awesome.
The same weekend that Lips had an event all over the place. They had like 12 events going on around the country.
Okay.
In Vegas, all these different places, and we had the highest attendance of every flight
Wow.
here at Palace Poker. So we really cultivate the ladies event, and you can see that we encourage them, and they show up in force. The winner of that event is playing today. We almost picked her table to be on the feature table, and then she busted. So
You busted too soon.
she busted too soon, and we called an audible and picked this table, and I'm glad we did because there's a lot of action at this table. Crystal's going to raise from the cutoff with I like the 5-6 suited. Suzanne's going to make it 7,000 with pocket queens. And Crystal's going to say I was just kidding. It's 6 high. But I like that raise so in the cutoff.
I do also.
With a juicy little 6-7 suited.
There's not a whole lot of hands that I don't like. Maybe a lot of gappers. Jack deuces and jack threes.
So GP says, looking forward to seeing the ladies stream. If you scroll back, I did stream a ladies cash game
Okay.
when they were here. When they bagged for their final flight before day 2 on Saturday, I streamed a cash game for them. And then I streamed the final table of the $500 main event, I think it was, for the ladies. Casey Mills, she's no quitter. She's back in. That is Poker Mama.
Yes, Casey was actually on the only table I commentated with you on in Durant.
Oh,
She gave a shout out to her son, Ace. She was on that table, and then after she busted, she gave a shout out to her son.
I vaguely recall that. This
Yeah.
was 4 years ago, and I had no idea who she was back then.
She is originally from around Tulsa, and I knew of her when that table had been streamed.
That's still out there on YouTube.
We're very local to Tulsa, so I had seen her around.
I think for fun, I'm going to go back there now that I've been in Texas for
And
the
go
last
through
4
and see
years.
how many people you
Go
actually.
see how many. I'm like, oh, I know
Yeah.
them now. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people go, yeah, I was on that stream. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That would have been fun to get that contract.
Yeah, that's a nice property.
Maybe I'll go talk to them
We
again.
like it there.
I was surprised at how physically big Choctaw is. Like how many like square footage is. Like it's miles, I think. You know,
Yeah.
it's just so huge.
We do not ever ask to stay in the Sky Tower because from the Sky Tower to the tournament room, it is a mile.
You get your steps in.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
like it better down there that it's non-smoking, but
Is it a mile? Like somebody said that.
I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm pretty sure at WinStar from one side to the other is a mile and a half. I mean, it's a good 15-minute walk.
Yeah, that's okay.
Suzanne's cards aren't. Okay.
So, what possibly happened in this situation, when he dealt the second card, it went over the 9 seat.
Okay.
And so then it did not read on the 8 seat. That's possibly what happened since both players folded. We'll never know. But that's just one of those things your dealer has to be very careful. Throwing the 2 seat over the 1 seat and throwing the 8 seats cards over the 9 seat. And these graphics are misleading because the reader is a lot larger than that little square. So if you think that's a target and you think you're missing the target is actually 8 inches wider than that little box is.
Okay.
But Guerrilla Gaming, who created this felt, said that looked awkward and he didn't like it. And I had my boy Lorenzo here make me new felts that will be here next week. And they are full-size graphics.
Oh, awesome.
Full-size
Trial and
boxes.
error.
Yeah.
You got to see what works. And
Yeah. Jim's a great flop for Jim. He's got top pair and a flush draw. They just kind of check it down. Jim bets 3K on the turn when James has a straight draw. James misses and Jim picks it up. If you're in the chat and you have not liked it yet, exit the chat for just a second. Click on that thumbs up button. Click on subscribe. Do all the things.
All the things that you can click. Just click, click, click.
Suzanne in early position quickly folds king 9. And Ashley raises to 1700 with ace queen suited. Surprising call by Ronnie with 8-9 in the hijack.
Well, Ronnie was the original raiser last hand with 5-3 offsuit.
I missed that. I missed that. Three, 9, 4, and Ronnie knows something we don't know. Flops top pair and bets out at it. If I'm Ashley, I don't put him on a 3, 4, 9 flop, but I'm still cautious if he called and now he's betting at it, because he might have something as dumb as pocket 8s or pocket 7s. This is just not a board that she can continue with. He has showdown value, but he wants to go for extra value. Bets 3,500. As played, I don't think she can call with just ace queen. Good fold, Ashley. Michael Miller says Casey was also at Stones during the Mike Postle cheating scandal in 2019, and Tracy J8K says poker and NCAA attorney. What a Sabato. I don't know what Sabato is. Texas hijacked my
day?
bracket.
Is Sabato? No, that's
What a Sabato. I don't know. Is that Spanish? Sabato. What a Sabato. I don't know what Sabato means, Tracy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Elaborate.
I mean, Tracy's not happy because Texas hijacked the bracket today, and I'm not positive what that means.
Oh, his NCAA bracket. I filled out one on ESPN. We're in a friendly bracket with a couple of buddies from ours from down around Alabama. And when I first picked it out, Daniel said, Krista, your bracket didn't save. And I said, well, then I can't pick the same one twice. I just went through and just randomly picked some people. Usually I pick it by what color their jerseys are.
Okay, that was supposed to say Saturday. That's why it didn't make any sense.
Saturday.
What
okay.
a Saturday is
what
that comment was supposed to be. So Jack makes it 1,600 with pocket kings in the hijack. Crystal defends from the big blind with an ace, and of course we're going to see an ace on the flop. I would check call, but I think Jack checks behind. Hates to see that ace. If Crystal checks one more time, she can't now though. She's got top pair and a flush draw. Way too strong. She's got to get some chips in the pot at some point.
Yeah, I don't like the check on the turn.
No. Once he checks back on the flop,
and if I'm Jack, I'm betting the turn.
I absolutely.
If she checks,
which
to me
is what
twice.
she expected.
Yeah.
And which is kudos to Jack for not falling for it. He's thinking now he might call off 3,200, thinking you don't have an ace.
Yeah, he's got to call.
Yeah, he's got to call that for sure, and she shows him the bad news.
She might have had intentions on the turn of check raising if he bets.
Right, exactly. And he doesn't fall for it.
Yeah, good check back, Jack.
let's pull up these chip stacks. Now, after 26 hands, Jack and Ronnie over 100 big blinds. Jack's got 113K. Ronnie's got 80K. Crystal, 50K. 65 big blinds. Jim Coyle up to 39K. Remember, it's a 30K starting stack. We've got 3 people at 25,000, and then James P in the 4 seat down at 7,000. Expect him to find a hand to shove with pre. With less than 10 big blinds, we call that the danger zone, and he needs to find a spot to get in with. Jim Coyle with a 7 deuce. He's not going to play that hand. And Queen 7. Nope, we're not going to play that. Ashley makes it 1,600 to go under the gun. Folds around to Ronnie, who calls. And then Susan with ace jack in the big blind gets in at a discount. Hey.
Laundry day.
She knew I was going to put a camera on her. She's like, we're not going to let that happen again. Grab this microphone. We've got Julie back. She played flight 1C. Did you fire a bullet in flight 1D? Well, you got to tell the fans.
It's a nap. I also had to take a nap.
Naps. See, that's naps and spankings, things that are punishments as a child,
Yes.
are rewards as an adult.
things we would love as adults.
Things we don't get enough of as adults.
Ace Jack is just going to win this hand. After it checks through on the flop, Ashley bets 3,200. Suzanne does not believe her. And check on the river. Suzanne's going to win the pot. What are the payouts? Tracy, we don't have payouts yet. We still have 2 flights left.
They take 12.5%, yes.
If you type in exclamation point payouts, it will tell you they take 12.5% of each flight into day 2. After tonight's 10 o'clock turbo, we will have our payouts. That's a great question, Tracy. Exclamation point payouts.
In the chat?
In the chat.
In the chat.
Oh.
We've got a program. We have a little robot that
You
that
can
does
You
do
stuff for
guys
us.
are
Details.
uptown.
Yeah, check it out.
Do the details.
Yeah, we're so
That's
fancy.
fantastic. So it will tell you everybody that's been
Yeah. No.
in each flight?
What- It
No.
can do
See,
that
look,
if you
watch.
program it to do that.
Oh,
But
I
what-
pay out. Oh, so
Yeah.
Streamlabs.
Yes.
Okay, I seen that earlier.
Yes.
And I wasn't for sure.
So exclamation point is the telling it, hey, Streamlabs, do this, and payouts, 12.5% advance. Now, what we could do is click on, Lorenzo could manually type in payouts, and he could type in everybody who's been paid out so far. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But Lorenzo's a super pro at this. And then if he types in, like, exclamation point details, it will pull up all the details of this event.
I'm so glad Gus didn't know about this exclamation point words
Yes.
thing.
Tracy says, I live in DFW and literally just heard about Palace Poker on Monday.
Well, Tracy, you haven't been talking to the right
Tracy,
people.
I mean, that's on you. We won Big Business of Grand Prairie
It's awesome. Thanks,
2025, and we won Emerging Business in Grand Prairie. So we won 2 trophies last month at the Chamber of Commerce for 2025.
guys. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic. Congrats.
Well, Tracy, this is the nicest poker room in Texas.
It definitely is. In my humble opinion.
It really is. When you think, oh, great, going to another
Yeah.
poker room. No.
I'm a big fan of the 8-acre gated security guard parking lot. You're not going to have your catalytic Catalytic.
catalytic converter stolen.
When you're parked in a mall parking lot, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Or your spare gets jacked.
your spare gets jacked. You get it's a mess. But we've got 8 acres. It's gated. We have security guards roaming around. So it is.
And everybody carrying a gun in Texas. See, that's why I like Texas.
So the therapist asked if I had a gun at home, and I said, I have a gun in your office. I don't know what you're saying.
Tracy, you should come out to Palace Poker. Did I get it right?
Palace Poker.
Palace Poker.
Let's
yes.
go.
Yes.
What did you call it?
Poker Palace.
That's what you told me it was.
It's that is a common mistake. A lot of people do that. Bart Bogard made a nice little reel that he shared, and he called it Poker Palace. He didn't, but the person who was interviewing it called it Poker Palace.
Palace Poker.
That's very common.
Good name for it.
Poker Rhino says, as soon as y'all win GPI's best live stream, I'll believe in y'all. I got a crew down here now, Murph. You should have sat
Hi,
down when you had a
Murph.
chance.
Yeah, you missed your shot, bud.
Ronnie checks around on the flop. Ronnie hits his 8 on the turn. Bets out 3K. Jack's going to call with a jack. And Richard's going to come along with the ace-high flush draw. Gets there. All right, Richard is a local. He plays daily here. There's 15K in the pot. He bets 5K. It's going to be a quick fold from Ronnie, who was just kidding on the turn. And I think Jack might look him up.
Is Jack a local? Do we know Jack?
I don't know Jack.
You don't know Jack.
Yeah,
don't know
you don't know Jack.
Tell Michelle that actually there's a flight season there now too.
Tell who what?
Michelle's asking about that on the app.
The app. Okay.
Flight
So,
season there as well. Should be published.
all right. Michael Miller in the chat says RunGood app has a list of the 12 players from Flight A and the 16 players from Flight B who have bagged and made it into day 2. Murph tells us that it's probably real close to having Flight C.
Sure, yeah.
It should already be in, he says. So hit refresh, Michael Miller, and you'll get 1C also. We have 130 entries so far in Flight D. It's up there? Yeah, it's up there, Michael. Oh. He said soon you're going to win.
Oh, he believes
Best live
in
stream.
you.
Got it. Copy.
That's cool.
Appreciate that, Poker Rhino. I thought you were like
Busting our
issuing
balls.
a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, as
Yeah,
soon as you do this.
As soon as y'all win that, I believe in you.
Yeah.
Soon you will win it. I appreciate it. There. Now I like him again.
Give him his points back.
We actually can award points. It's pretty funny.
So I think I will exit stage left and come back after the break then.
You're gonna come back after break?
3 of you are still there. I can sit with the 2 girls.
At break, we're done streaming. Remember?
Doing 4 levels?
Yes.
Doing the 12?
No. Last night was too much work for the dealers, so we only did 4 levels instead of 8 levels. Well, it's early in the session. It's early in the week, and I don't want to wear out my pro live stream dealers this early. I know. I mean,
I guess
I
y'all
don't expect
just
it
suit
to
me
work
up.
like us.
Suit me up, Scotty.
You ready?
I'll come out of
Come in,
retirement
coach.
and I'll
The old
pitch a
school
few
when dealers,
cards.
Like have some like
They got a stack of T-shirts up there.
Jack's got a king on the flop.
He also turned. He has top pair and second nut flush draw, and
Right.
he just flats the turn.
Yeah, he's
I feel
got
like
a
either
lot of
I'm too
respect for
aggressive
Ronnie.
or some of these guys maybe.
What I think is going on is Jack and Ronnie have history, and Jack is a little bit scared of Ronnie because he had the queen high flush, when Ronnie
Against
had
the
the
force
full house,
full.
and he just called.
Well, after he watches the stream and he sees some of the hands that Ronnie is calling and raising with,
He might have a little
he
less
may have a
respect for him.
different opinion.
Might start raising him more.
Yeah.
Krista, I think she's too aggressive for him. They've got low T, and she's more aggressive than they are.
Yeah. $130 entries so far in Flight 1D. You got it. I'm going to trade places with Murph. Hold on just a second.
Not only do we have a little bit of time left in registration for our Flight D, we also have our Turbo coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. If you haven't gotten over, you've been working all day and you still want to fire, we have a 10 o'clock Turbo into this. That is our Flight E into the PokerNews PowerStack. So don't feel like you've missed out and you can't get here in time. There is plenty of time to come register for this.
All right, heads up, guys. Here we go.
And you did say last night you expect the Turbo to finish before this one.
We think there's a good chance of that the Turbo, people are more aggressive in a Turbo. Obviously, the levels are less time. We think there's a chance that you could still finish at a reasonable hour and not be here till a ridiculous time in the morning and be able to come back. Not to mention the fact the restart is not noon tomorrow. The restart is 1 o'clock. So there's a little bit more time.
Plenty
for them
of
to sleep.
time.
Plenty of time for them to get some rest.
You guys that are in the chat, why don't you just make your way down to Palace Poker and flick a shell into this
10 o'clock.
last flight we have.
Bring 2 bullets at least. Barney Fife's the only one that carried 1 bullet. So.
I'm so bored right now. I feel like we're crashing. Really? Yeah, I can't stand it. It's so boring. I love it. Yeah, I can just do a bunch of stupid shit. Because you can always, like,
Hey, Gus, if you're out there watching, buddy, I just wanted to say hi again. Your mom says that you might be watching, so I wanted to give you a shout out, bud.
your heart pumping.
Yeah, keep your heart pumping.
Absolutely.
You're always sitting with 200 big blinds. It's like,
I mean, you gotta do something.
Crystal finds ace queen suited. She's going to do something with that. Yeah. She's raising it up to 2.5.
Alright, I will love you guys if you take like 2 seconds more on my chance. I really gotta know.
Suzanne just flats
Let's raise it to 7, though.
the hooks. Jim's showing no fear. I like that. Even if it might be a wrong play, I still like that. I like, he's not afraid at all. Crystal's thinking. She's not sure where she's going with this, I don't think. I don't know. No fear. You two ladies were the rose of that picture. I was the thorn stuck on the side of the rose.
Well, this is where we were talking about stereotypes earlier. Depending how long these people have played together, most women who 4-bet are going to get through a lot. We obviously know that Ronnie probably wasn't folding pre-flop there. Crystal has to bet this turn.
100%.
She's got top pair in the nut flush draw.
Yeah, she's there. There we go. Good. She's reaching for chips. That's what we need to see. I think I might have put a little something at it on the flop, even four-handed. Top pair, top kicker's worth finding out where you're at. You don't want to let somebody in and catch something and then get
Well, you
felted.
get no information by checking.
Correct. There she goes. I think, honestly, if she leads out on the flop, she probably gets a little action. At least one of the jacks.
She's getting a call by Jack. She
Yeah.
might get a call by Jim also.
I think she cost herself some chips there because she checked that. She doesn't get information she needs, and she misses out on some chips that she can add to that pot.
I probably should have predisposed, but I don't know. Well, I'm not a huge tournament poker player, so I probably way misplayed that. I should have just folded, but when I have like
Ash is giving that look that I've seen before. She's not happy, thinking she's not getting cards and frustrated. She wants to get in and mix it up. It's not finding anything to do it with.
I mean, has anyone officially said fours are not well? No.
4% now. Shock. Shock here.
Oh, glad I made it in time for that. But yeah, that was phenomenal. Just about it.
25?
Raise it 2,500.
But see, if I folded, then I would hit.
Ronnie in the hijack getting frisky with the king 7 off.
You're tied too? I thought it was Donkey Kong.
A7 suited asked who is commentating.
Yeah, it looks like the top of his head.
A7 suited. We have Eric stepped away to do some business. So we have Mike Murphy. He is Murph, the tournament director for RunGood Poker Series. Myself, Krista Lowry, and Julie Walker over here commentated last night, and then she joined us again tonight.
I will get
Eric's getting kind of lonely in here in this booth, so he's just picking up some scragglers off the street.
accepted.
I couldn't pass up on the opportunity to come into the booth and commentate with two lovely ladies in here. So
Raise it 25. People make mistakes.
ace queen. Richard just flats with it. I don't know that I like that.
All right, replay.
Ronnie's been fairly active at this table.
That's all the more reason to, with the ace queen, make him pay a little bit if he's going to play wide range. Does flop open ended though.
32.
The 4 deuce.
He decides
it
to
down.
show it.
I think the show there is just a terrible idea. I know Eric likes to show the weekends that he plays sometimes, get more action, but I think you're like me. You don't think
I
it's-
don't like to show hands.
Yeah.
I always want to keep them guessing.
I'm of the same mindset, not to mention I'm the mindset, if you want to see my cards, you need to pay for it. I'm not showing them for free.
Because everyone is way smart at poker. You know, like the hand chart where you see juice formulated here. Everything else
We
is
do have an open seat down there in 7. I wonder, as they continue to consolidate, who we might get. You never know.
Is Reg open through the end of level 8?
It is. There's
Okay.
still a possibility we might get someone, and there's some real crushers out in the field still. I know Law's out there and a few others.
I tell everybody,
Get a good name coming in for this.
I only play ace jack.
And yes, Bobby, he did actually bag. I had the same question. As soon as I saw that number, I went to my floor that was there, and Marshall verified because he bought up a bunch of that to color it up. And yes, he did bag almost 1.5 million in Flight C.
I would assume that the average is 400,
It's
300, 200.
Nothing close to
Oh
1.5
my.
mil. He's
That
coming,
is not a typo, OU Bobby.
Yes.
1.5 million,
Yeah.
I would assume, is overall chip looter so far.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I believe his exact amount's like 1.486. But yeah, it's a monster of a bag.
For funsies, 9 of
Black
hearts.
10,
Yeah, 9
black
hearts is live.
ace. 3 and 2. Pink.
Hey, nice. I don't think I could ever do that again. No, but I said 9 of hearts. I said 9 of hearts for funsies. Oh, I said 9 of hearts is live. I had that.
85.
And again, I've said this several times, but I love to see poker being played with people talking and laughing and having fun. This is such a great game and a social game, and it's so much more enjoyable when you can have fun at the table versus sticking your nose in a phone and no one's
Have
talking.
your headphones on, and you've got your
Exactly.
sunglasses and your hoodie up, and everybody's just staring through each other's souls.
That's it.
Only had like 670.
Well,
Six, seven.
and for people to truly get excited, to win poker tournaments.
Sorry.
I mean, I always get excited, but there are some people that just,
What is it?
yeah, it feels
No,
good to
it's
win.
exciting.
We had Tika win our industry tournament the other day, and she was over the top happy. Which
Yeah.
is exactly what you're describing. It was a great thing to be a part of.
Someone who looked it up and told me what it was about. That's fine.
Michael Miller joining us in the chat says, "Good to hear you, Murph." Nice to talk to you, Michael. Sorry we missed you. Wished you were out here. I'll tell everybody else that you said hello. Joe's out here taking photos along with Austin. We've got a bunch of our ambassadors out here as well. Crystal finds an ace queen again. What's she gonna do with this? I'm interested to see. She's not afraid of the all in. I like that.
I like the ISO.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think Ronnie's actually considering this. He is. There you go.
Oh, Ronnie.
Which is in turn probably going to bring Richard in. Just half of a stack to call. Possibly not.
He does make a smart fold. Good for him. Sometimes you start seeing the lemmings fall in line when one calls, everybody does. Smart enough to get rid of that.
You know, one thing you were talking about getting excited to win. It's also, I mean, we get excited when our friends win too.
100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
I always
it's such
get
a
excited
community.
when my husband wins.
I love waking up to those 3 a.m. photos of someone, you know, their winners photos that they sent. I
Absolutely.
get so excited.
Yeah, we had this discussion last night, Murph. You weren't in here. So we kind of adopted Julie, like 2013 when she came on the scene. She became an honorary Lowry. And did you know,
Yeah.
between the three of us, since we are a team, between the
Lowry.
three of us, we have 20 rings.
Very nice.
When you put
Impressive.
them all together.
You put them all together.
You have to
Yeah.
put them all together.
It's a team effort. It really is.
I was telling almost the opposite story, and you might have been in here for it. I was at a table with your husband, Dan, in Tulsa. Mark was there. There was 4 or 5 other just rock stars there. I looked around the table, and we counted up, and there was some. Dan had less rings at the time. This is a while back. And there were 27 rings at that table for WSOP circuit rings.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma.
At that one table, and I had none.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a tough table draw for me right there. I got 27 rings at this table, and none of them are mine.
7 of 8. Didn't work for me.
Steam Labs, yes, 12.5% of the field does advance. It's actually 12.5% of the field rounded down. Advance to day 2. Everybody that makes day 2 is in the money. We don't do any day 1 payouts on our multi-days. But if you put chips in a bag and make day 2, you are guaranteed to come back into the money.
That's nice. To play all of day 1, and then sometimes when you make day 2 and you don't get any money, it's just, ugh.
It's one of the reasons we round it down to make sure that it's always in the money coming back. So especially for somebody who might be a couple hours away making a drive.
Yeah.
It's a tough drive to come back with a short stack, drive 2.5 hours, bust in 2 minutes, and know that you didn't even get a payout.
That's okay. I've played with you enough to know.
I know. That's why I was like, okay, I'm fine. You had the best hand there pre-flop for sure.
Oh, no, I would have went.
Jim was on the stream yesterday as well.
Yeah, earlier, Jim was on the table, and it was fairly early in. He took a sick beat, got busted, and there was one seat open in the tournament. So when he rebought, he got exactly the same seat. I think it was after the second hand of the live stream.
Yeah, his luck's
So we were glad to see him back.
Little bit of action yesterday. Action at this table twice. I like that. Just an ugly flop. Rainbow with the high card of a 9. Aggression's going to pay off there and take it down.
Raise, bet, fold.
Poker Rhino. I love that name, by the way. In our chat, welcome. Like Ash was checking out something on the clock. I'm not sure if she's trying to figure out how much time's left in reg or where she's at with the number of blinds.
Some idiots play
4,200, right? All right, guys, that's up. Here we go. Check. 5,000.
Rhino, is your real name Ryan? My nephew, his nickname was Rhino growing up. And when he turned 21, he thought he was too big to be called Rhino anymore. So
Do you still call
kudos
him
to
Rhino?
you. I still call him Rhino just to get under his skin sometimes.
See, we have a Poker Face Ash fan in the chat.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Crystal has stepped away for a moment.
They sent us players. I'm sure they're aware of that.
Asking if they're aware about players, which they absolutely are.
Yeah, because we thought
PokerAtlas software makes the floors very aware of what seats are open and how to keep them balanced.
I think they will. It's probably just uneven out there too.
Susan correctly deducts what's going on, that they're aware and they will get it fixed.
I went to the floor and I'm like, I can't get in there. I think the door's locked. It's like,
Eddie can't fix it. He doesn't have his own.
This table has slowed down a lot in the last 10 hands or so.
It happens when you're downstairs.
We've got a couple.
Run good,
Run
Rhino.
good, Rhino.
You know, Rhino, I like what you're putting down, buddy. I am about to be 43, and I don't think that I will ever stop playing tag football with the nieces and nephews when we get together for family gatherings.
like alcohol or coffee?
Donkey One Gaming, the buy-in for the 100K is a $360 buy-in with a 100K guarantee over the course of 5 flights. You can still come down and get in that last flight that starts at 10 p.m.
Depending upon how close he is, he might actually be able to sneak into this flight still.
Yeah.
30,000 starting stack, 30-minute levels on this one, 15-minute levels on the 10 o'clock, right?
That is
Yes.
correct. We have already also surpassed that guarantee number. We're actually above and beyond it, so we're going to beat the guarantee by a fair amount and
Love
more to
when
come.
you beat the guarantee.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Couple of diamonds for the Nut diamond draw for Crystal.
Ronnie turns top 2.
He does. If he doesn't overplay it, he can get some action from Crystal. He does not.
5,500.
More than reasonable to the pot. She just flats with it. She safely found the safe course. I don't know. I think you might consider a raise there, given her over and 2 diamonds. She does not find the diamond that she needs. That's not going to work out for her. She's going to bet she's going to fold. That'll be the end
Oh,
of that.
Donkey said he might do that.
Come on down.
Come on down. Tell him Murph sent you.
That's right.
We need to count the names and stuff, you know.
If you do that, it'll only be $259 and 4 quarters.
And depending on how close you are, Donkey, you could make it down here. What are the blind levels going to? 1,500?
They will from here go to 1,015, 15, correct? Yeah. See Eddie coming in to help out.
Oh, Crystal had a plan. And it failed. I don't hate it. It's a 4-liner out, depending on how strong Ronnie's hand is. He's not calling with many. He's not calling with any 1-pair hands there.
Sounds like the volume is turned up a little in the room. I like it. All the chip clack you can hear.
I got his chip down on there. That's 29.7.
Starting stack.
Oh, yeah.
30K.
Yeah, starting stack.
30K.
30K. It says hot. Hot. Okay.
How many times? You see all the
30K.
We have a full table now.
I believe we do. We haven't updated the information up top. We'll get their names here shortly.
No, you can't find about that.
We've added a player in our seat 4 and seat 7.
No. You want to see it? When I show it. I need it.
Here comes one. Thinking that's ha T instead of hat, probably.
Yes, it's Haw.
Running with that. Pocket queens for Ash. 2 ladies for the lady. She's all in with it.
Oh, look at that premium.
She's not getting any action.
Premium.
She wasn't getting action
9-4.
at any. Just a bad time for somebody else not to have anything. to-
Something, yeah. In addition to the series we're running, they do have cash games going. A lot of action running upstairs. I know Dan was even on one of the tables I saw.
Yeah, he's been playing PLO Cash. They have the double board bomb pots at dealer change, and that's such a wild thing that I can't grasp. I like Texas poker. Everything's bigger and better in Texas.
They definitely have redefined Texas poker about bomb pots. They love their bomb pots down here.
So make sure you scan your cards.
So Dan is no longer playing he just max late regged. They said the 1D.
Beautiful. I love that. That is not surprising. He likes the max late reg. He knows how to run that stack up well. If we had an open seat, I'd say we might get to see him on the table again today. He's been on there. He had the same situation earlier. He busted and came back into the table with the redraw.
Yeah, he said that he entered the same seat. Yeah, Poker Rhino, a love-hate relationship. I've watched a few of those. It's too much. Too much for me.
Pocket kings for Jim. Raises to 2.5. Couple quick folds. Doesn't think he's going to run much behind that can call. Suzanne does do it with her king jack. Ha liked it as well. Jack could bring a little bit of action, but there's only 2 left out there. Hits his 9 for top pair. No good behind Jim's Cowboys. Suzanne gets out of the way.
No, I mean, I saw the video sometimes.
I just don't believe Jim.
I would, yeah. You're right.
And
that's actually
easier for him to call if Jim bets on the river.
It is. Yeah, definitely not a believer there. Haas thinking his 9 was probably good. Poker Rhino says they paid my bills and sent me home multiple times. Talking about the bomb pots.
Next hand, 6, 12, 12.
Oh, so the blind levels in level 8 is 6, 12, 12.
Well, I must have misread. I'm getting old
I
and
just
blind.
heard them.
Yeah.
It's 5,
5,
1K,
1,
1K.
6,
Yeah,
12, 12,
but
and then
he
it's
just
going to
said
go
6,
8,
12,
16,
12.
16. Yeah. Well, actually, no, we're going to color off black here at the end of 8, so it's going to be
15.
1,000, 15, 15 coming back instead of the 8, 16, 16.
I think my first year was really good out there.
So if any of you that want to do a little gamble, you have 30. Well, no, we're behind. You've
We're
got
behind
15 minutes. You
Plus
can come
the
in
break,
with
right?
25 bigs.
And technically, they actually have the half hour because they can register through break.
Yeah.
Okay.
It actually goes to the
first at
start of
20.
9. Yeah. He's going to call and actually be ahead. Ashley's, both her cards are live. Diamonds no good for her. Spades could be helpful if they hit. She needs paint.
Like literally when I had kids,
We'll save it for when there's like a couple million.
Not. Oh, she does hit the duck. That's going to put not a lot of difference because she didn't really need it. The ace was good. Oh, that's going to end that right there. Yeah.
Pretty much wrapped it up. Oh.
Duck's full.
Just to seal the deal.
Yeah.
That's going to eliminate Poker Face Ash, Ashley Frank. Leave our featured table here. If you haven't seen it, check her out. She's got a stream on YouTube, as well as a blog.
That's always the way,
Ash is an ambassador here this
She
week,
is this
correct?
time. Yes, that's correct. 1 of 6.
And there's some other, remind me of another guy who plays with you. I know he's a large film card.
Matthew Stafford. You ever get that?
Now there's another guy in there. He's at the Navy or something. And he just play cards all the time. And as soon as he
Deuces let go.
my Sam goes, yeah, this guy out of the house, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, stack-wise, might have considered a set mine there. And we're off to the next hand. Hopefully Eric should be back soon. I'm going to have to exit stage left here in a moment to get up for a color up.
Oh, you're still working.
Constantly. Open to close.
It's part of it.
No rest for the
Someone's got to keep this show on the road.
wicked. Luckily, we've got some excellent floors upstairs. Marshall McCord, Zach Farrell, a number of others.
Read a magazine and talk about this mountaineering kind of thing. I just wanted to see that, so I'm afraid.
Ace 9. Let's see what she wants to do. Let's go. Richard's out with the Jack Deuce. 10-7 is going to be a fold. They're snapping them off pretty quick as a fold.
Oh, these two are going to play.
There we go.
Ronnie bets his air, and Jack lets it go. Aggressive nature again. Back
Oh,
to-
Ronnie
He
flopped
had
middle
kings.
pair.
Yeah,
Did he? Oh, he did it at the
Yeah.
king. My mistake again. Old
Ronnie
eyes.
doesn't. Bet air, does he?
Well,
Can you
Night right
Can you
now.
pop up their stats real quick on VPIP for everybody? Thank you. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, Ronnie's up there with 56% on a VPIP. He's open to playing any two cards if he's got
I
'em.
am. I actually thought it would be higher.
That's quite the statement right there, Krista. I like that. Thought it would be higher.
He's been pretty active at this table.
Yeah,
I don't fault him. I like it.
it's working for him. It looks like
Yeah, I like the aggression.
he's sitting on 71 bigs right now. That's a nice little stack.
Oh, GP, you're wrong.
Trays.
Dan's not 60 yet. He's not even close.
You were there, right? You were there,
He's
yeah.
much younger than me.
I made 60, he called, I had a call, and I was there. That was awesome.
Dan just actually started playing seniors tournaments, what, a couple years ago?
3 years ago.
Yeah, so-
November, he will be 53.
Not happy when he turned 50.
A
Probably
lot
no-
of people weren't happy when
Yeah.
he turned 50.
Seniors tournaments were safe from him prior to that. No longer.
Yeah. GP, his wife stresses him out on the daily. So if you're thinking because of the gray hair, I mean, he comes by it honestly.
For those of you that don't know Dan, he is very much the family man.
He literally moves a piece of paper like 2 inches. He goes, oh, we got you right. He goes, yeah, well, and then he says,
Oh, Dory, you sweet, sweet lady. I didn't sign that, but if you would like, I could possibly.
Raise 3,200.
Well, I can honestly say that even if that happened, I would still qualify for seniors. So
What's that?
See, these two have some history.
It looks like it. They do like to mix it up.
Check.
Jack hits his jack.
Ronnie hits bottom pair.
He does. And likes it enough to
Okay.
come on in.
That's 5,000.
It's 500,000.
It's a dog.
Check.
That's stolen property now.
15.
Yes, Dory. It was the win
Was.
in 2024 in December. If I'm correct, yes, I think.
I believe it was the high roller seniors, though.
It was, for one, the very first seniors he had ever played in. And for two, the very first 10K that he had ever played in that was not the main event. And it is his biggest score. It was 397,000.
I unfortunately had no piece of his action at that point.
Well, I did. Sorry to brag.
Somehow she did. Amazing. Who would have guessed?
I
actually.
was out there previous to that tournament, and then I had gone home. And it was, I don't know, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. back home, and my phone's blowing up. I stayed up all night.
2,700.
Pretty exciting. And I tell him that I would compare the seniors to the ladies, and not because they play the same, but if there is a tournament that is specifically for a certain people, then you should always play in it. He should always play in the seniors tournaments.
I think it should be a little bit
And
more.
I think 50 is too young. What is the regular, like if you go in for your senior citizens discount into Golden Corral or wherever, is it 55?
I don't know. I live in Florida where they've raised the age because everybody's over 50 down there. So to get the senior
Retirement.
discount, you have to be older than that. But I believe AARP, which a lot of people use, is that
Hey, I
criteria.
have AARP.
Yeah, well, you can get it at 50.
Well, I'm 43. How did I get it?
I don't know. You're cheating the system.
No, I put
Or
my
you-
birthday in.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I think I have AARP. I use it when I book hotel rooms. It's great for the discount.
I think you can get it like in your 40s. I started getting those mailed in my 40s.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, I have it, and somebody made fun of me because I had AARP because I was in my 40s.
I think they have the mics turned down.
You're an old soul. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I am. I should have been born about 10 years earlier.
Crystal takes down a pot. See her stacking up chips, putting them out for the big blind.
I mean, nobody knows your birthday, because, you know, you're never.
We know now. I know that's right. Nobody ever sees me because I'm on third shift.
Dan actually knocked me out of the final table in New Orleans. The seniors down there for Run Good had made the final table, and Dan had knocked me out of that. I'm a big proponent he should not play all the seniors. At least not the ones I'm in. Ace 5.
Raise.
Jack comes in with it. Raise for 2.5.
Raise every time.
Crystal's letting that king 4 go. She's not defending.
Thankfully, I keep getting crap like this, so I don't ever have to worry about calling.
There you go. And I'm going to have to leave everyone in the capable hands of these two young ladies here who have faked their AARP cards. As I have
Dory,
to-
please don't lobby to have the AARP age changed. I get
You
discounts
need a lot
at
more than
Cece's
20,000
Pizza.
signatures for that one.
I swear.
This will be my last hand. I have to get upstairs for the color up that's taking place in real time.
Like, I'm getting busy. And you put the left eye in the right eye in the left.
Are they different?
Yeah, I have an astigmatism, so
Before you scan your cards,
Really starting to think I did that.
3,000?
raise it.
Yeah, 10-9's going to fall into Ronnie's 56% VPIP range. Offsuit as well. Gets a
I
lot
mean,
of folds behind it.
If the table hasn't been active and nobody wants to take the initiative,
I-
I like it.
I agree completely. I mean, they should be making that adjustment with his VPIP being that high, and they're not. There it is. He takes down the pot.
Yeah.
But definitely not the best hand. There were 2 or 3 hands folded that were better than that. At least he can't play Super Seniors.
You are correct, Dory. Super Seniors is 65, correct?
60 actually.
60.
60, which I'm
Yeah,
embarrassed to say I will qualify for this year.
Yeah, Dory, you still have 7 years before he can play the Super Seniors. And he does have quite the crazy record in seniors events. So he got his 20th ring in Tulsa this last 2 weeks ago. Last year, he won both of the seniors they had in Tulsa. And then he comes in and wins the first seniors of the WSOP. And I asked why he didn't win the second one, and he did not give me any kind of answer that I could justify anything with.
It's tough when you come home after winning your 20th WSOP ring, and the first question your wife has is, why didn't you win the other one? So. Oh, look at this. Suzanne's getting it all in.
She's been short.
12 bigs. It's, you know, it's not a terrible move with the king 10 there. I actually like that shove. I think that's great.
It's top pair.
Yeah. Any middle pair, I think she might have to consider that there with the 12 bigs.
A pair's a pair.
Mike Sexton used to say it's tough to make a pair. All right, well, I do have to exit out again. You have these 2 wonderful ladies. They will keep you informed and entertained on this, and very shortly we will be moving this live stream off. They're only doing the 4 levels, but we'll be back tomorrow with our restart on this. Restart's at 1 o'clock. Live stream will start at 1:15, so make sure you catch us then.
He will be doing all day. Unfortunately, the last flight, the turbo, is too late, so we will not be live streaming that one. But all of day 2 will be live streamed.
That's my understanding. Well, no, I'm not sure that. I believe that they're going to do some portion. At the very least, they're doing the final table, but I heard that they're going to actually live stream the first portion.
Okay.
That may have changed.
So all of you guys just try to put the chips in the bag.
And if you're interested in keeping up with it online, you can download that RunGood Rewards app if you haven't already. And once Flight E finishes tonight.
Oh, cool. That's good information, Michael.
Yes, thank you, Michael.
You're married.
I'm glad that I can use my AARP and cheat in my 40s. Since my husband is over 50.
I can save my phone call that I was going to have to call AARP and go, let me tell you, Crystal Lowry, not old enough.
She's jacking the system.
Cheating it there.
And thank you, Dory. Yes, I agree. I think he is amazing. And so is your little Pookie. Little side note, hopefully my husband don't kill me for saying this, but 21 years ago when we got together, that was my nickname for Daniel was Pookie. Oh. And then he told me that he didn't like it, so now it's Honey.
In 1991, when my wife and I started dating.
When I was 9, yes.
That was her nickname for me. She called me Pookie. So
maybe the Pookie is like what Bay is these days.
They?
Maybe Bay.
Bay. I don't know.
But
Pookie.
I like Pookie. Daniel doesn't like it. I haven't called him that in a lot of years. It's Honey now.
Yeah, Kristen just calls me asshole.
I mean.
Sometimes. So we have 15 minutes left in real time. They are racing off those 100K or 100 chips and coming back to 1,000, 1,500. I told these players, come back to this table after break. I'm not going to move you, and because we're ready to break a table. So they're just going to come back here after break, and then we're going to break this table naturally. So they will not be with each other for the rest of the day. But we are done streaming in 15 minutes.
Right, I'll say, hey, when I go to you.
Great stream, great table, lots of action, lots of fun. Fun to watch. Love the commentary.
Yeah, we pulled up the VPIP earlier, and I was surprised. Ronnie, sorry, I'm not dogging you, buddy. I like the aggression. It was at 56%,
Yes.
and I told Murph that I thought it would be higher.
So that's what's so neat, that the first impression is a lasting impression. So if you advertise right away that you're super loosey-goosey, aggressive, and then you can tighten it up, but people still have that image of you going, oh, man.
Yeah, you get
they're
lucky
gonna
on a
call
hand,
everything.
and they think that you'll be lucky forever.
This is a great flop for Crystal. She flops the open ender and has a queen-high flush draw to go with it. Jack has,
Well, she just
he flopped
got
middle
top
pair,
pair.
and turns the same flush draw, or straight draw. So Jack needs a 9 or an ace for a straight to chop it, and a 10 for trips. It's not a spade. He lets it go. Crystal was kind of free rolling almost. She only had to dodge the 10.
Bronze, please.
So did you explain what VPIP is? Did you go over the acronym?
My Murph was doing all that. He took your
He
job.
took the spot, voluntarily putting money in the pot. When you're not in the blind, if you call or raise, you get VPIP credit.
I've got a lot of credit there.
You got a lot of the VPIPs?
I've got a lot of credit in the VPIP.
You want your VPIP and your PFR to be close together. You don't want to be doing a lot of limping. Jack folded to a 3K bet. He did. The flush was out there. He could have been drawing dead. He had third pair and an open ender. You hate to be drawing dead and get there. Like, what do you do when the ace of hearts shows up and she barrels at you with her flush and then you call down because you have a straight? I don't hate that fold at all.
Yeah, basketball's the new flopping sport.
Suzanne gonna shove in 17 big blinds with ace king. After Chu raises to 4,200. So I have a question. Why does his name say Chu T and the leaderboard says H-A-T?
Haas.
Is our gentleman in the 7 seats.
Oh, hijack. Oh,
Yes,
I
yes,
mixed them up.
yes.
Okay, Chu is 3 seats to his left.
Yes, Chu
I just
came
saw
in
the
the 4
T
seat, and Ha
copy.
came in the 7 seat. They both came in at the same
Yes.
time.
Why is that? Because you're looking at the wrong person. That's why. Pay attention. All right, that's my fault. I saw the T and thought there was a misspelling somewhere. All right. We
Suzanne
need a
is
queen
going-
or a 4 to chop it, queen to win it. It doesn't do it. Suzanne is going to double through, leaves Chu with just under 3 big blinds. Registration's still open for about 10 minutes. If he wants to dust off that last 3,000 and get back into the 30K starting stack. How late are you comfortable entering a tournament? 10 big blinds?
Oh,
20 big blinds?
let's be there 20 minutes before the tournament starts and
You wanna
make
get
sure
into
that
the
I reg on
100,
time.
100 level.
Yes. But usually a 10 big blind stack if I want to
You'll play
gamble.
that? Okay. Now, how about if it's the last flight of the multi-flight tournament? If it's the last flight, last chance, sure. But what if you've got an option to play a later flight? Like, let's say it was
I
1C.
would just wait for the
then
later
you'll wait for
flight.
the next one. How about in this case where you have the option to A, buy in for 10 big blinds, max late reg, or B, play the turbo in 2 hours?
Max late reg with 10 big blinds.
You'd rather do that than
Yeah,
play the turbo?
I'm just not a fan. I just don't really like turbos. I haven't played them in a very long time, and when
But
I
when
did
she
play them, I just
She was really good. Remember all those? You'd have a stack of lammers.
mean-
You just sit and play those turbos.
all the
You were
my,
so
most of the
good.
satellites are turbos. That's different if you're playing in a satellite that's a turbo, because you don't have to
Yeah,
win.
you don't have to win it. You just have to survive it.
Boy,
Yes.
she
You're a survivor.
I'm a
You man.
survivor.
Let's go.
she's good at the turbo.
Can't sing too much. YouTube will block me. Copyright infringement.
Okay. Oh,
Chew picked 7
Chew.
deuce in the big blind. His cards are real.
I
real.
mean,
He
what do
probably
you
went
do?
in blind.
Why
I mean, he
not?
put
Yeah.
in his ante. He put in
Why
his blind.
not?
He had scraps left, and now he's got a chance. Bink.
Got a 7.
Let's go. The problem is, what are you gonna do with 6K? Forfeit it
thing.
and start again?
Same
No,
thing.
you're gonna build.
Ace, 9,
Spin
Queen,
it up.
10. A lot of outs for Jack. 10 does it. Now Chew is luckily eliminated. Doesn't have to worry about what he's going to do with 6K. And he can go buy in for a fresh stack. Jack adds 4K to his stack. We got 5 minutes left on this stream.
You can get a snack and then play the 10 o'clock.
So is that what you would do? Get a snack and play the 10 o'clock?
I usually choose snacks over everything. Told you last night I'm very food motivated.
What did you try here at Palace Poker? Have you tried any of the food yet?
Yesterday I had the grilled cheese.
Oh, yes. We talked
An
about the
amazing
delicious grilled cheese
yes, and soup.
tomato
the
basil
tomato
soup.
basil
See,
soup.
my boy Lorenzo's a vegan.
Okay.
So there's only one item he can have, and that's the, what do you call that hippie food? The
Hummus.
Oh, it looks good.
It's
I
not
almost got it.
hippie food.
For sure.
I almost
Oh,
got that.
The hummus without feta, and order extra pita bread with it.
Of
It is
course.
so good. Now I'm hungry. In 5 minutes, let's go get us some hummus.
Okay.
yes. I just got me some hot honey hummus last night.
What did A7 suited say?
Ace 7 says intentionally enter a tournament with 20 to 40 big blinds is somewhat pointless. Well, that tells us a
Why?
lot about you, Mr. A7 suited.
I mean, we all can't start out and then build to 100 bigs and just keep that stack all throughout the tournament.
You know, I will definitely
I think 20
enter
is
a
where
20.
I, yeah. Lower
That's-
than
that's
20 I
comfortable.
don't like playing.
15,
Well, it depends on how much gamble you got
Yeah.
in your system.
and it depends on the buy-in, of course, and your bankroll.
Yeah.
Like if it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
$60 daily, I'm less inclined.
Oh,
but if it's
yeah.
if it's a 1K, I'm like I want to
Yeah.
more play. But yeah,
It's all relative.
I'm definitely
It is relative. You're right.
playing with 15 bigs.
What, today?
Most of the tournaments that I design, you can max late reg with 15 bigs.
Like right now is
Yeah.
a good time to get in, but I wouldn't go after that.
This is 20 big blinds. You get a 30K starting stack. You're coming back to a 1,500 big
1520,
blind. The math is easy. 20 big blinds.
Math is hard.
No, it's not.
Gus says math
Says
is
the best
easy.
dealer
And
around.
math is.
Speaking of dealers, shout out to Adrian. He's been in this box for 2 hours straight, dealing with the table, dealing with the cards, dealing with this goofy felt, and talking to the action tracker the entire time. Button was in the wrong spot. It got moved twice.
Happens.
Or possibly a dead button that he forgot about that guy.
Oh, yeah.
That also happens. And it could be Rick grabbed the button like, oh, my turn.
Yeah, you say dealer, I move the button move dealer,
I
but then
physically
you know there's
hold
so
it.
many things.
I physically hold it until he tries to grab it.
Yeah, make eye contact, button moved.
Oh, Bobby says, if you know how to play a short stack, it definitely is not pointless.
Agreed. Agreed, Bobby.
And there's other variables. If there's a large overlay, let's go.
Oh,
You know,
for
if
sure.
a lot of people have busted out and you're actually kind of close to the money now, like, man. A lot of variables. I'm definitely
Yeah.
40 bigs is
all
a lot.
relative.
40 bigs is
Moods.
a lot.
If you
40
haven't
is a
eaten
lot.
yet,
Yeah.
It's what? Moobs?
moods. Your mood.
Oh, your
Feeling.
mood.
Yeah.
It's feelings, Eric.
I see. I
The
don't
way
have
you
those.
feel about
I
things.
don't have those.
Yeah. Those died a long
Oh, I've got
time
lots
ago.
of moods. Lots of feelings.
They call me the Tin Man. I don't have a heart. I just.
Don't believe it.
Maybe it's a 3K.
GP says, how old is Dan Lowry? Back in the chat when I was upstairs. I'm thinking around 60. I'm thinking around 55.
53. He'll be 53 in November.
Okay.
All right, heads up, guys. Here we go.
And I.
So he's 52. You just tacked
Yeah.
on 9 months.
He's 52. He'll be 53 in November. Oh my gosh. Oh, it feels like his birthday's just right around the corner.
Yeah, just like 9 months
No,
away.
he just turned 52.
he's barely
Sorry,
52.
honey. He's
God,
in his
he's damn near
early.
60.
He's in his early.
You're
50s.
right, GP. He's damn near
Definitely.
60. he turned 52 like 2 months ago. That's almost 60. Oh, man. Poor
Wow.
Daniel.
See, that's why he has the gray hair, because he has to put up with me.
All right. Ha T
It's like,
gets it in
is it
with
gray
his
or
last
is it
8,000
highlights?
chips with
Natural
top pair.
highlights.
Ronnie calls off with 2 overcards. He needs an ace or a king. They're all live. That's great to know. Jack
And he
doesn't.
picked up
Jack
a
takes away
straight
his
draw.
diamond outs. He does pick up the 10s, and he misses it. So he picked up a straight draw, but he lost his diamonds because that would have gave him a flush. This is the last hand. You can hear me come in and tell the players that they're going to stay here when they come back from break.
Good. I don't have to.
All right, guys. This is going to be the last hand of the string.
What did you do different?
Look at that guy.
You will stay here.
Tin Man.
There he is. He has no heart. He has no soul.
So we're not going to move you and then break you. We're just going to let you play here until you naturally break. Okay. Thanks, Aaron. So we'll come right here. Just come right back here. What's that? Yeah, for sure. We'll call it around.
Well, I didn't know. Oh, never mind. It says it right up there. I didn't realize we were on break.
Okay, so here we go.
Already. Like I thought we started.
Yes, we are on break
Time
after
flies.
this hand.
When you're
Yeah.
having fun.
Exactly.
So great.
So we're the first table to break. Is that what you said?
You will be the first table to break after coming back from break. And we have 14 empty seats, so they might immediately break, but we might have 8 people jump in on break, and we'll have to keep going. I hate breaking a table, and then I have 10 people register, and I have to open
Yeah.
a new table, and I
Yeah.
just feel like an idiot. I've only done that very few times, but when it happens, I'm very frustrated with it.
Ha just doubled last hand.
Let's go. He's going to play aggressive.
Oh, I have one black that's here.
86.
Anthony Chester coming in with racks and racks. He's going to color these 100s up. Richard's not going to call ace-8. Ha is going to be happy to pick up the blinds and annies, the dead money in the pot, and we're done. Let's go to full screen. We don't need to see any of this. We can go ahead and mute that table mic.
All right.
You're going to have to squeeze over here, Julie. Otherwise, you're going to be off screen. Get snuggly. You gotta be quick. All right.
There.
Eric Anderson, Krista Lowry, Julie Walker. It's been a pleasure having you guys here. Thanks for being here for the last 2 hours. And
Yeah.
thanks for joining me. So these guys didn't have to listen to me talk for the last 2 hours. I appreciate everything. Any, are you going to go jump in that turbo or no? You're not.
I am not.
For sure
no.
not. We're going to go eat some
No,
hippie
no,
food.
no.
I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
Hippie food
Oh,
first.
yeah.
and
Eat
then
first,
hummus or
decide later.
hummus?
Yeah.
All
Steak,
right, sounds good.
hummus. I am not a vegan. Steak sounds really good right now.
I was going to be a vegan, but
I like
Steak
hippie
is too
food. I
delicious.
love hummus.
I did the exact opposite. I was on a carnivore diet.
Oh, just the meat.
I
Yes,
tried
just meat
being a
and
vegan.
meat and-
I tried it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I tried
I'll-
it. We tried it for 60
Yeah.
days, and
We
I
tried
almost killed Daniel. Yes.
I'll try anything twice though.
Try it once. Try it twice if you like it.
No, I'll try
Even if you
anything
don't like
twice to
give it a
decide
chance.
if I
Give
like
it a
it.
Yeah.
chance.
Because
give it a
maybe the
chance.
first one wasn't
Yep.
that good.
I'll try a restaurant twice. If it was just horrible, I'm like, let's try it again. Maybe they had a bad day, so I'll do that also. So 4 flights in. We crush the guarantee. We have a turbo flight at 10 o'clock, which is in 23 minutes. 15-minute levels, 30K starting stack. Coming back to 1 p.m. day 2 in the money. If you bag more than once, you automatically get a min cash when you come back in the morning and you play your biggest stack. I will live stream that final table tomorrow. We also have a Big O tournament tomorrow and a ring event starting at 10 a.m. And then the Big O tournament, I think, is at 4 p.m.
What's at 10 a.m.?
It
10
is
a.m.
not a seniors. I asked.
It's not a seniors.
Because
It's
it
just-
was
it's
starting
just
at
a
10
ring
a.m.
event.
I
What-
just
that's
what's
got
the,
some senior
what's the
vibes,
buy-in
doesn't
on
it?
that?
Well, I don't have my glasses. 400, 450.
Sunday, 10 a.m. It's a one-day hold'em ring event. The buy-in is $400.
Yep. What's the price? What, 20K?
It's a 20K guarantee. And then the 4 p.m. is a Big O ring event. That's a 400. That's
This-
a 15K guarantee.
We've got a big O population. A big O population. I just said big
big
O.
Big O.
Oh, we
A
got a
big
big
O.
O. Different than the Big O. It's a big O. Use 6 cards. No, not really. We do have a large Big O population around here. The first Sunday of every month, we have a $320 Big O tournament, and we get about 20K in that prize pool.
Yeah.
And I did live stream the final table of the first 4 times, and that's horrible because they're chopping every pot, and it goes till 3 in the
Oh my
morning.
God.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not doing this again. This is
Yeah.
horrible. And since it's 5-card PLO high low, my viewership goes from 100 to 12. And I go, guys,
Because everyone that
I
likes
love
that's
you,
here
but I'm not
playing
doing
it.
this.
Luckily, it's day 2
Yeah.
of the
It's day 2 of
100K. So
PokerNews PowerStack tournament, and so that's why I can't stream that Big O tournament. Dang it, I wanted to.
sorry, guys.
So that's it. That's it for me. Any words of wisdom? When are you guys leaving?
Tomorrow or Monday. I don't know. We haven't decided. We can leave when we want.
Yeah.
We did
Maybe
some.
tomorrow. Maybe
yeah.
Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I miss you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go eat
Now,
some steak.
now I just want to come back. I'm going to try the restaurant tonight.
Let's go eat some hummus and some steak, and
That
I'm
sounds
off
great.
Yeah.
work now. I want to drink
That
some
sounds
whiskey.
great.
Drink some whiskey. Smoke a cigar. The cigar smoker over here.
Yes. I
Eat a
might
good
do that.
steak. I mean, that sounds like a
That sounds
fantastic
like a-
night for
I love
most
it.
people.
I love this night. All right,
Yeah.
great. Thank you. Signing out. Thanks for being with us, Lorenzo. Go ahead and give him that
Thanks,
cutaway.
Lorenzo.
Appreciate you, brother.